Biden says that he has reached a deal with a bipartisan group of senators on a framework for infrastructure. Now, this comes after he met with 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats at the White House today to discuss the details. He said that neither side got everything that they wanted, and Senator Rob Portman said that no new taxes are part of this plan, but that it does not include some of the care economy funding that President Biden had wanted. Now, Democrats have been very clear that any bipartisan deal would have to come alongside an agreement on a budget resolution that would allow Democrats to pass the rest of President Biden's agenda without any Republican support. But at least for now, President Biden saying that he has reached a deal with bipartisan senators on a framework for infrastructure. Frank, back over to you.
Alon, thank you very much. Big announcement there. Biden reaching at least the framework of this deal. Still waiting to get the final details. Jim, let's turn over to you. Industrials were your pick for the second half of the year. How do you think this plays out for that sector?
I think infrastructure is just part of the reason that industrials are going to do well. I mean, the other contributing factors here are supply chain onshoring. I mean, we see how many companies are building multi-billion-dollar semiconductor plants here in the U.S., and that continuing economic expansion fed by the Fed and fed by stimulus. As far as infrastructure goes, I think what's different now is we've been talking about this for years and years, and we haven't got an infrastructure bill. Now we're talking about what the size of the infrastructure bill is going to be, not whether we're going to get one. So I think just all in all, this is bullish for industrials over the coming next 2 or 3 years.
Weiss, I know you're really bullish on the freight market. Do you see this infrastructure deal as a positive, as a tailwind for that?
I do. I also see it as tailwind for the aforementioned ATCOR. Look, it's going to be spread out over 5 years. That's good. And the good part about it is it removes some of the burden from the Fed from stimulating the economy, but it's not going to be wildly inflationary. And we're going to keep taxes where they are. So this is phenomenal for the market. Market's absorbed it already. But I like it. And guess what they also both agree on? Broadband. And that's good for the Ericssons, for the 5G plays I mentioned. So there's nothing bad coming out of this. And hopefully it's a model for the government working together more often in the future.
Carrie, any thoughts on this deal, the framework of this deal being in place? But again, we still don't know the final numbers and exactly what details will be in the final version of this bill.
It's a necessary bill. I mean, who hasn't been afraid when they're driving over a bridge that it's not going to collapse? We've been hearing about this for 20 years. We own Wabtec, makes freight cars and rapid transit cars, and it will be good for that sector, which is very important.